G'day folks and welcome back to the channel. One person is dead after an electric bus collided with a car and burst into flames in Auckland, New Zealand. Any vehicle collision has the potential to cause injury and death, but it's unfortunately much more likely when one of those has a massive lithium-ion battery in it, such as an electric bus, and it makes the entire situation orders of magnitude more dangerous. Human nature means that collisions between vehicles will occur, but regular accidents between combustion cars rarely cause fires, and the scene can be cleared quickly without any environmental damage or the need for specialist firefighting teams, a stark contrast to our brave new world of battery vehicles, which need scores of hazmat-equipped firefighters to deal with the inevitable incidents. Any damage to the battery from impact or deformation will almost invariably cause a fire to develop rapidly, and once thermal runaway has established itself in a battery of that size, it will cause considerable hazards, not only for the passengers but also for bystanders. Those hazards come not only from the intensity of the fire, but also from the toxic gases and smoke released, which, as we all should know by now, contain some of the most lethal compounds on Earth: hydrochloric acid gas and hydrogen cyanide, to name but two. And after the initial incident, the clear-up of the scene is made so much more complex, not only thanks to the ongoing risk of reignition of the battery cells, which can occur hours, days or even weeks after the initial fire is extinguished, but also because of the decontamination that is required for the entire scene, meaning roads can be closed for not just an hour or two, but possibly days. One person confirmed dead after electric bus blaze in Auckland. One person has died following a crash that saw a bus go up in flames on a main road in Parnell, Auckland last night. Police confirmed the death at 7:30 a.m. today. Auckland Transport say they are working closely with police and fire and emergency after the very distressing incident. Tamaki Drive, a popular and busy road, remains closed and will likely stay closed during peak morning traffic today. Fire and Emergency Assistant Commander Chris Lind said crews arrived at the scene last night to find a serious head-on crash and the electric bus on fire. A fire and emergency spokesperson said the fire was still ongoing this morning and the road remained closed between Napipi Road and the Strand. Photos show the car wedged under an Auckland Transport bus. A witness said he saw flames about 3 or 4 metres high. Others described frantic attempts to rescue those involved before emergency services arrived amid screams for help. There was a girl, but then she got out through the back of the bus, one said. They got the lady out of the car, they got her out and she was lying down on the ground and they were helping her out. Witnesses reported one person on the bus was unable to be freed in time. People are just continuously throwing water, but the fire just grew and nothing could have been done. Now that is the key point. Because no matter how much water you put on these lithium-ion battery fires, you ain't going to put it out. It needs thousands and thousands of litres of water to cool it enough to stop the fire continuing and to prevent it from restarting. They are absolutely impossible to deal with. Auckland Transport Stacey van der Putten said they were working closely with police and fire and emergency, and the investigation into the incident will be ongoing this morning. Last night, Aucklanders on social media commented about intense flames and the reek of burning rubber. There seemed to be moments of incredible flashes, like if I could imagine a shed full of fireworks going up, one wrote on Reddit. Well, that would be the individual cells exploding. Probably. I mean, I'm guessing here, but sounding like fireworks going up, that's going to be the individual cells which have gone into thermal runaway, building up pressure inside and then exploding, releasing that pressure. I've never heard this many sirens blaring almost undisrupted probably ever. It looks horrific from my place, another commented. Again, that's another symptom of a lithium-ion battery fire. You need tons and tons of equipment and personnel to fight these fires. It's not just a question of a single fire appliance which can put out a diesel engine fire, which is easy. No, you need hazmat teams, dozens of people, loads of appliances. These are massive environmental cleanup jobs, and they're incredibly dangerous for the first responders. Look, we don't know in this case the identity or the role of the deceased in this particular incident. Obviously, it's a tragedy for their family. condolences to the family and friends of that person who's deceased and those who've been injured. But on a statistical basis, when you have something as dangerous as a lithium-ion battery within a vehicle like a bus, it's inevitable that the chances of serious injury or death are going to be increased when you've got that kind of volatile device, volatile object, such as a lithium-ion battery, in a bus that could be crowded with people. And the speed at which a fire can initiate after an impact or a deformation, even a dent in one of these batteries, is quite staggering, quite frightening. And I can only see the number of these events increasing just on a simply statistical basis. If you're going to put more lithium-ion batteries on the road in vehicles, you are going to get more deaths and injuries. It's as simple as that. Anyway, links to the stories are in the description as always. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye for now. If you'd like to support this channel and display your anti-EV credentials to your Tesla-owning neighbours at the same time, why not buy some awesome MGUY merchandise like this mug, this baseball cap, or this t-shirt. Each high-quality item sports the MGUY No EVs sign, and they're all made to order. Perfect for irritating the hell out of your local EV zealots. Visit store.mguy.tv or click the link in the description to check out the full range of products. And of course, you can always just buy me a coffee. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any tips or stories, go there. If you'd like to watch another video, go there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, go there. And please subscribe to this channel.